Hi, how's it going? So today I'm going to look at this Mercedes ML500. It's a 2013 model, the W166. So I'd picked this Mercedes up in the Salvage auction about 2 or 3 months ago. I fixed it up and got it through the inspections, got it on the road, registered, got the plates on it, and I've been using it, and it's a fantastic car. It handles so well and it goes so quick. I want to flip the camera around and we'll have a quick look at it. So I picked up this 2013 ML500. It was about 2 or 3 months ago in the Salvage auction. So it was a repairable write-off and had a little bit of damage on it. So that's the reason it had been written off. But it didn't take much to get it back on the road. So I'm going to give you the price I paid for it at the end. I got it for an absolute bargain. So it's got some really nice 22-inch wheels on it. They look like Mercedes 22-inch wheels. So I picked it up. I'd seen it online on the Salvage auction, and I'd seen it was the V8 model. It was the 4.7 injection V8 twin turbo. Now Mercedes call it the bi-turbo, which is basically means there's 2 of them. So, and then the 4MATIC is obviously Mercedes 4-wheel drive system. Now the only thing that was wrong with it when I'd seen it at the auction was this part of the bumper was sort of hanging out. It was like it was hanging off. The headlight was okay, but it had some scratches on it, and the both left wheels were a bit scraped, and all the tyres were flat. So I cleaned the wheels up, repainted them, resprayed them, got 4 brand new tyres on it, which cost only $200 per tyre, which is like super cheap really, but they are budget tyres. And then I clipped this part of the bumper back in. It just like pushed in and clipped in, and it was secure. Now there is some marks, you can see it's a bit damaged there, and there's some marks there, and there's some marks off the paint there, and the headlight scratched, like I said. Now this dent in the bonnet wasn't there on the photos. When I seen it online, the photos online, that dent wasn't there. And then when it got delivered to me by my courier, I said, well, you know, that dent doesn't seem to be there. So he didn't know anything about it. So he said, oh, but you best get in touch with them. So I got in touch with the Salvage auction, and they looked into it, and they looked at the videos and sent me the videos. And you can see actually on the video that when they go and pick the car up from the lot, wherever it is, they go in with the long forks and they pick it up from the front. So then they tilt it up and they drive back. But you can see that the driver of the forklift truck is just going too fast, and the thing's bouncing on it. So I think that the whole car has slid into the forklift, into the guard at the front, and caused that damage. You can see that it's pushed it in. Now I got so anyway, they admitted liability, and they give me a refund, which a compensation, a bit of a refund, which I'll tell you at the end. So I got in touch with about 5 different places about getting this bonnet fixed. And one quoted me $7 grand, which is absolutely ridiculous. They said, oh, we're going to have to replace the bonnet with a new one. Anyway, I got 3 other quotes, and they were about $5 grand, but they were with like second-hand used bonnets. And then another place quoted $4 grand, and he goes, oh, I'll be able to fix that and pull it out. But a lot won't touch it because it's an aluminium bonnet, and they say they can't pull it out. But somebody said that they could, so. But it doesn't really bother me too much. It's like a war wound type of thing. So, but the rest of the car is fantastic. It drives amazing. The power of it is incredible. So it's got all black leather interior. It's got electric everything, electric seats, memory. And this must have been fantastic in its day. This in 2013. This must have been astonishing. Whoever lucky person was to have this from brand new. Incredible. Now this steering wheel cover was on it when I got it. I just left it on, so I don't know what the steering wheel's like underneath it. But everything, it's got the sport and comfort mode. So when I put it on sport mode, the suspension lowered to what it is now. And I don't know if it's me or it seems to go faster, but it's super quick. It's like 0 to 100 kilometers in like 5 seconds. something like that. So, and the back seats are all nice leather. It's got these TV screens in the back, DVD player, but I've never put them on. So we'll have a look at the, open the passenger side door. Yeah, you can see it's just really incredible condition. Yeah, it's all this like laminated wood. It's just so comfortable. Drives, and it's the tinted windows on it. I didn't think they were legal at first, but they are. I had them checked out, and they are legal. So I'm going to open the bonnet on it, show you the engine. So it's got all full service history up to about 12 months ago, and then also it's had a replacement engine. So the paperwork, it's had a replacement engine at some point. So in the paperwork it says that the guy supplied the engine himself, the previous owner supplied the engine himself, and then the garage charged him $8,000 to fit it, take the old engine out and fit it, and then there was another $7,000 of accessories and parts and things like that. So, and there was things about the turbos that have been reconditioned, and new hoses and new engine mounts, new filters, everything. So it cost him, he got the engine, whatever that will cost him, and then it was another 15 grand. You know, and then he has this like little damage in it, and they write it off. How bad luck is that? So, but yeah, the engine's fantastic. And you can see this damage on the bonnet again a bit closer here. It's just creased in. I'm sure it could be pulled out. I know it's aluminium, but you know, it's aluminium. You know, if you heated it up, I guess it could be pulled out a bit. So, but it doesn't really bother me really. There's not many people really notice it, and you know, I did buy it to sell it on, but I sort of fallen in love with it. I just love driving it. That's the amazing thing about it. So, okay, so what did I win this car for? So at the auction, Salvage auction, which must have been about, I think it was about November, so I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago, I won it at $7,200, which is like incredible. So the fees on it, the auction fees, then took it up to around about 8 grand. So, because them fees probably about, I don't know, 15% maybe, something like that. I'm not too sure, but it was about an extra 800, maybe 1,000 on it. So that took it to 8,200. Then my courier charged me 200, so that's 8,400. The tyres were 400, and also getting it over the pits, all the pits inspections, and then the registration and all that. So basically $9,500 it owes me. That's how much it owes me, $9,500. Now, the salvage auction, when they admitted liability for the damage on the bonnet, they give me compensation of $1,500. They returned $1,500 to me. So the car only owes me $8,000. That's incredible. It's you know, $8,000 for an SUV Mercedes that can do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds. Now, if I put it up for sale, I've done some research. These, like, without any, you know, repairable write-off title on them, any damage, they usually go for about $30,000. But, you know, it's got the 22-inch wheels on it. It's got 4 brand new tires. Plus, the color is amazing. That metallic grey color is like fantastic. So, but because of the damage and you know, the little bit of marks on it, and the bonnet, and the title on it as well, the repairable write-off title that it's got, I guess if I put it up for 25 grand, I'd be getting some inquiries. I reckon if I put it up for 20 grand, it would sell within a day. 20 grand for a V8 Mercedes SUV that does, like, you know, it's a twin turbo as well. So I'm gonna see what I'll do. I'm not too sure what to do yet with it. I do love driving it. I don't really want to sell it, but you know, I bought it to sell, so, and I've got to make a bit of profit. Even if I sold it at 20 grand, that's 12 grand profit, so that's not too bad really. The thing is Mercedes vehicles, you know, Mercedes and German vehicles in general here in Western Australia, they're pretty difficult to sell, because I've had trouble selling a few Audis as well, like, you know, modern Audis as well. And you hear people saying, oh, you don't want to buy a German car here, the parts are too expensive and they're expensive to get fixed and things like that. But I see plenty of German cars. I see plenty of BMWs Mercedes and Audis and Volkswagens around, and I do like German cars. I think they look fantastic. You know, they look so mean, that car. It's incredible. So I'll keep you updated on the channel, whether I've decided to sell it or not, and if I did, you know, I'll how much I got for it, and whether it did sell or not, anything like that. So it's so yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on my other videos. Thanks a lot.